morning again, guys. Welcome back to the show, Relationship, where real people talk about their everyday struggle in relationship in the dating world. And we're going to tackle it head on again. We have Miss John on the show. Mwah. And we have Miss Yvonne. How you pronounce it?
Wayon.
Wayon.
Wayon. All right. Miss Love the Wayon with us. Mr. Controversy himself. Level to keep the thing level. And we're going to dive right back into it because the other conversation we had to stop because we ran out of time. But we are going to make this thing unfold the proper way so the people can get a real understanding what is going on the dating scene from single people, from people looking to date, single, all different angles. So, on the last show, we ended the topic of going on a date and what is romantic and what isn't, and you know, what would I make you look soft or what could I, all of these things. So the question is that we're gonna make Wayon kick it off because she stated a man will show up her yard with flowers and candy. That no work. Because and I believe it's because of the culture that we're from that we're trying to change. Not necessarily every man needs to be showing up with candy and roses, but we want to build a culture around our society so we can know somebody rather than just lift up a butt cheek and make him slide it in or whatever. Just for call it, say, know somebody that way, which is not the way. So, my girl, talk to me because I think that's the way dates should go. And you say no, I want to know why.
So let me make this disclaimer first and foremost that this is just a personal preference.
All right.
And that men shouldn't necessarily stop buying flowers and candy because there are some women who appreciate that. Mm-hmm. But me personally, I kind of like an educated gunman. So me not really like my man for bring flowers and candy. You understand?
All right. You have to tell the people what an educated gunman is because me laugh.
That's what it
does. He's well spoken, he's educated, he has a good job, but he's a thugs. You understand?
The thugs carrying flowers.
That sounds like an oxymoron.
Don't say it. That's why I'm single. But that's what I would prefer. I have a very strong personality. And so if I meet a guy who doesn't have that kind of stance, certainly.
Because are you saying that the fact of bring flowers it equates to me being soft?
No. Yes. But I don't like flowers. I don't like.
We're fine. You know, like flowers. Make me know saying like flowers the next time I bring none. But don't write me off and make an assumption because I walk flowers. That means the gunman level is not educated enough.
That is why.
Yeah, that means you probably have the gun, but it not load. That's just
I mean, but see, and that's why we need to date. That's why we need to get to know me.
Gun you have,
that's why we need to get to know me. You see, and that's the part. You see, Philip, so you see, part of this. She know right off the bat. Me I come on from there and say, boy, me don't know it. This is the first date. So me I want to bring the cliche of making us say, yo, me appreciate the fact that you accept this date here. So here is something that feel special. You understand? It equates to me being
all right.
It equates to me being soft.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem, and this is the flaw in your approach, in my opinion. This is my opinion level. Here's the problem.
In broad brush everything.
Yes, you cannot use the cliche with everybody. And she's right. If you started to date her, you never pay attention. You never pay attention. I have to side with the woman them for that one. And I'll tell you why. I said on a previous show. Yeah. The worst thing a man can do is assume that a woman want to go eat dinner. In my opinion. Because if that's the cliche. The cliche. You are going for the cliche.
But at the end of this, really and truly, with the kind of, it's a bad same comes to it because we touched on it because we say, yo, in the previous dating, we say, yo, listen, dating must start just by me and you going out because we got DM you. We're going to do WhatsApp or whatever, you make some call right away. So within that jousting there, you get a little appreciation of the person's personality. You know what I mean? But all right, say that never take place. So me tip on our slow market. Well, so me one on our slow market, I'm gonna say, listen, I want to take you up later and you know, and she say, all right, yes, fine. So there's the first time I chit chatting is actually on the date. You
No,
understand?
but then that's not really dating somebody then, in my opinion. If me I go,
No, but the first date you may date. Me meet a
no,
supermarket, me say, yo, me could go out later. Me take you out
you
later. You know?
assume then before you get to the dinner table or wherever you go, you have to have several conversations and you have to pick something out of that. You have to find
Well,
it.
No, man, we not the very, it come a movie me watch when the man them crash a plane and then them do a simulation and I take out the human side of the thing. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? But me meet her so me excited. Me say she not leggings or whatever, you me say, yes, like go later, whatever, you know? The only thing me have is that you're listening, you know, where would you like, you know, make sure I get the answer if a person is all right, what would be a good first date? Is that the conversation will be along the lines there? You understand?
wait, hold on. Unless me I misunderstand. Because first you say when you date, you DM me a message. You get to know the person and like
No,
the person.
me get explanation. I say you have a situation where you're supposed to meet her in
Right,
supermarket.
two situation, right? Fine.
Yeah,
The
yes.
second situation now is that
Mm.
you just book up at the supermarket,
Yeah,
you go and take up the last piece of chicken breast. And
right.
you say, yeah, you know, whatever more get to know you. Fine. In a situation like that, me believe in Wyoming situation, she would have unfair for right you off now. She say, well, him bring flowers, he's a soft man, me not interested. But then again, that would be our first impression. It is incumbent on you now, throughout the date, to say,
What me try to understand, Capo, what me try to understand, Capo, is that why the impression of a flowers equate to softness? At that me try, you are bad man not bring flowers?
yeah, but brother, you have
No.
Because here's the
so
thing.
you don't have them preference. It is what it is. You can't. Everybody now will have the same situation. You have some people who does not like thin food. Them don't know why. They just not like thin food. And you have some people that does
It's
not
still
like.
food belly,
No.
but
Say you don't like it is one thing, but equate it to a characteristics that next thing. You understand? And that me try to see through. So it's fine if you don't like it. You know what I mean? But don't say me soft because me a do it.
But remember,
but then look at the point we were
Well,
making
you're
before about
attractive.
the dating, right?
Mm.
There are some guys who, if you date multiple people, multiple guys as a lady, then you are promiscuous.
Exactly.
While there are some men
Immaturity.
who would think that you are experienced, as Philip would say. So it's just a matter of your opinion on what you like. I personally don't like my man. Not to say you shouldn't do it for another young lady if she likes that. But my thing is, I just meet you at supermarket. Why? First and foremost, let me make a good point. The other a while ago, him watch too much movie because that's where he get that from, you know. Say
The
must show up
cliche.
with
My mother actually, in that movie, my mother tell me say every time, my mother say, when you taking a woman, do not go there empty handed. That's what my mother tell me.
I
Every
walk with
time.
some money.
You see me I say?
Since your hand up empty,
Walk
what's
with
the
some
money?
No, that's
She might think say I buy me a try by her time if you want with that. I get
no,
offended.
that's
You understand?
Essentially, that's what you're doing.
It really.
No, so
well, don't it?
let me put this question for the ladies then, because we have to understand something. All right, the fact that we're from a culture of non-dating, what would change this narrative for no, for make it is acceptable for Level and Capo come up to and say, me a date? Is it is it that if all men start to do it that way, it would be a little bit easier for to digest?
me personally. What I call it now, an oxymoron. You can't really ask me them something here because me know I like conventional things. Me like the man to tell me the lie. For instance, not to stray off topic, but for instance, we're in a relationship and you want a threesome, it will not be happening with me. I like for you to give me conventional bun. Tell me lies, say I work late and you go drink with your brethren them and go sleep with somebody else. She not coming here.
So for you,
I like convention.
So you are one of the girls them, and I'm sure you're not the only one that prefer the a man just come up and just put on half a face. You know what? You don't want honesty. You just personally don't want honesty.
Okay, the policy that I have is don't ask, don't tell. If I ask you something, do not lie to me. But not every bit of it you need to volunteer. That's my
But if you see that, don't ask, don't tell, it put you in a problem, because I saw people getting in trouble. Things cannot go on, but me never say no. All right. Let me ask this to Miss Jack, because more the honesty. Why on say she don't want a man tell her that because it gonna cause her to just carry her mind to a place where it no need for that. But isn't that a better position to start from? If him come to you and say, boy, that go on.
I think from where I sit, I think that we have evolved to that stage. I'm a little surprised that Wyon said that, because I think I was having a conversation with a friend the other day about the whole dating and cheating thing. And that we allow it as women, because a lot of women know a man will come to you and say, listen, I have no woman enough. Where you dep on? All right, that's not the problem with me. And we go along with it. So I think from that standpoint, a lot of us prefer to know what we're getting ourselves into first, so that we can then condition our mind and position ourselves where we need to be. So if you have a woman already, and we know so we're going to play that role, then no problem. But give me the opportunity to make that decision. Don't make it for me.
But the assumption is that
no, I agree on that point.
We don't have
earlier I had said if you have an established situation. So for instance, Philip is married, right? Mm-hmm. If you are a married man and you come to me and like me, say, I have a wife, I'm you know what I mean? Because clearly I'm not going to be able to go over your house. We're not going to be able to do certain things. But if we are dating, there should not be that kind of limitation. You understand? So in that case, I need you to be honest with me.
But that's the thing. There's no limitation, because I'm not exclusively dating anybody. I'm dating around to find that exclusivity. That's right. But we don't want that honesty.
No, if you're already in an established situation, I need you to be honest, because there's going to be limitations.
Philip, another point. Now, here how Wyon approach kind of dangerous, because all right, so she don't want honesty. So I come to her, I test me, I say, Wyon, may have power a goat. And one day she out and I'm on a date with somebody and she see me. She gonna assume say I left like dog. That's because she don't want me to be honest with her. So leave her to assume.
True. Either way, make her feel bad. Make her feel bad. Listen.
No, that's the reason why. And that's the reason why. That's the reason why you have to be honest about it, because this is why we know the boy Jamaicans answer dating, right? Because it's experience me have. My girls listen, may I date. I mean, I go to cool or fun, you know what I mean? Then she see me and next to the line, they have drinks with somebody else. And she want to flip. I remember say, whoa, you know what I mean? We don't explain certain things still. You understand? So I guess so she said she don't feel away regardless. I understand that too. You know what I mean? But then if you don't feel away, it just means say, you know, understand dating or you don't appreciate dating.
But we are
and I can agree with that.
There's no reason for you to make me feel bad for no reason. We just go out for a date or 2 dates. You know, you can't say I date.
Me can't tell you where to go.
But the thing about it, and that is where, and it go back to my point. Some people just don't like cheese and don't like sardine, regardless of how the situation set up, because not everybody can accept. While we said knowledge is power, not everybody can handle said power. So when you come now,
I don't want to know.
But that is it. You don't want to know, but then it just work out. Say, me carry Mary Jane
go
movie.
I know.
Exactly. So you and your girlfriend them go movies. They ain't see me. I buy a popcorn. Even if you don't see me with the girl, and me alone, you see, you're going to your feelings. Can I couldn't now come and movies with a man? So it means I'm come with another girl. Wait, so that means him lie to me, my chick me, my this, my that, and your mind start going a million miles out on a different situation.
To tap on what
Put me in a day.
But exactly, but you get
why are you getting your feelings then? Why are you getting your feelings? If you know the situation going in, empower you with the knowledge that, hey, I am dating and you seem out. Why should you be in your feelings and you're not exclusive?
One of the reasons why I would say I don't want to know is because I know how I am. No, I am not going to give the young man a full opportunity to get to know me, and I'm not going to give him a full opportunity to get to know him once you've told me that. because I don't want the competition. Oh, I wonder what am I doing now? I wonder if I carry out the girl where I'm saying that dates that that's just me. You understand? Like I don't need to know all of that.
Hey, let me tell you
My
something.
mind I need to go
Oh, you
this.
sleep at night time. You have to slow down
Don't
with the
say
brain,
we don't
man.
need to know.
You have to
Him
slow down
call
your
me
brain,
every
man.
night, but one night he not call me. Oh, he must gone out with a girl now. Like, me
Jesus
not need.
Christ.
Me not need.
But then,
Spare me.
all right.
But
fair
then
enough.
if you want him not there, why is it that you're going to think, say, oh, him gone out with the other girl or whatever? You're not exclusive. You're free to do whatever you want to do as well. So if you want Netflix and
Not
chill with
true.
another man, you
But
do that.
I'm not going to
So why you
ever
caught
give
up
him
with
the
him
real
then?
opportunity to get to know me because me just don't want a competition. I'm gonna be like, all right, and cool, go and date
I
a
mean,
girl
so
or
you want marriage and them things later
But
in
let me
life.
ask, well, hold on, before you answer that
I'm
question.
a real Caribbean person. I don't date.
So isn't it the
How
same?
you find love?
Isn't it the same for you for find a man just like how him? Miss Jar just said it. You have the option for call Joe. Steve said it. Oh well, you know what?
No, sir. I don't have the capacity to entertain several people at the same time. That's why I am always in like 6-month
All right.
relationship.
Let me ask this question for you. And I'm glad they said that. The capacity to entertain multiple people, is it because, and I'm just talking to you only because of what you just said, is it because for you, talking to somebody, intimacy is a must, so therefore for do it to several people, you can't be intimate so many different places at once? Is it more of an intimacy thing for you?
Well, it's not necessarily a must, but it's not completely off the table for me. I'm not a person who's gonna date somebody and be like, okay, we're only going out on dinner. Me just go with the flow. Like if I like him, and if something happens, something happen.
But
And
that's what
something
I'm
cannot be
saying.
happening
So,
with 5 people.
but you now get the same vibe from
want to
5
touch
people.
on that.
No,
Because
all
the
right.
thing about it, the thing
Hold on,
about it.
one piece of bargain.
Let me give
All
you
right,
one.
bounce me done.
What may I say? Because essentially you're doing the same thing, but you're doing it over a 2 year span. Can you just say you prefer for
6
day
months
one
at a
person,
time.
6 months, right? So you're gonna do 6 months, 6 months, 6 months, 6 months. By you reach 5 man, a 3 year that. Versus you date the 5 man them in a 6 months, and they say, say level at the one, and you settle with level. You save yourself 3 years because now you're 40, and you're not a man, and you're not a pitney, and you stress out.
But then it comes back to the reason why we're even having that discussion. Women might say they're okay with having that discussion and having a man be honest with them. I lie them a tell. Miss Ja, you feel bad. I lie them a tell. They're telling you a lie. You're okay with you telling them, say them date other people. First and foremost, 15 man already asked them out, the fact that she even go out with you, she like you already.
True.
There's so many men who ask her out where she not even entertained for go out on a date.
Yeah,
That's the free food she don't want.
Yeah, I say alone, but that's always my difficulty because at the end of the day, with the see you, I'm like you. The reason I'm like is physical because I can't look for you. They was my pen pal. You understand? So I can't look for you and know say, all right, I wonder if our goals match mine. I wonder if this match this. So so always me say I like you. I still have to get to know you. And by getting to know you, I might dislike you. You understand? I might dislike you. And that's the thing. And then for you now, because you're saying about the intimacy, I want one. I always think so at the end of the day, when you approach dating, you have to have a little more than ethics and everything. So for you, you must know, say, all right, listen me. May I date 5 man, but I like intimacy. Me don't want to date 5 man. Zero. After, me not going to reach 3 dates with the same 5 man. You know what I mean? Unless you look, you find 5 great man in a one segment.
But at the end of the day, remember, we're not doing the dating for fun. As Lev said from day one, is a process of elimination.
Yes.
So there is no way a company going to call if you interview 5 times.
Exactly.
First interview, cut. Second interview,
shortlist. People get shortlisted.
Yeah, and that speed up the process, and people have more relationships.
But are you adding people?
No, hold on.
So yeah, coach, are you adding people?
No, not.
Yeah, but point this.
But then let me ask.
Because
in
sorry.
my own situation, can you say you're not date? It's a process of elimination, and Level not like the fact that she said this. But he turns up at her doorstep with flowers and chocolate. She automatically cut him off. So we don't give him an opportunity to say, present himself or who he is. But because she doesn't like flowers and chocolate, then the second date is not going to happen. Is that the right thing to do?
Depends.
I don't think so.
Depends.
It
Reason
depends.
being,
Depends.
remember that basis that she uses in the first 2 minutes of the date, you know, because him stand up at the door, stand up at the car door, pull the door, and she sit down at the seat and see chocolate and flowers. That's the first 5 minutes. But by the time him reach halfway tree and him decide where them go, Lively so charming and he's funny and he's witty and he's this and he's that. So her mindset shift. Because as
But what if we automatically block you from that?
Yeah,
and we don't
because
give you an
that's a
opportunity?
possibility. I agree because
that is true.
she turned off completely. So the tone of the date,
So me not
just
even listen what you must say.
the tone
They
of the
talk.
date changed. But that's why it is right for date multiple people. It is
But right there, he's eliminated it now. So I didn't need to date multiple people. Right there, he's eliminated it. Done.
they got to the next.
Next.
Now play with the thing to blow up.
That's a bit save it 10 grand. No matter carry me out.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, we are gonna end this one. And thank you so much, ladies. We could go on and on and on about this, but we have different point of view. But the long and short of it, we are trying to instill a dating culture in the Caribbean world.
But
So
needed
we can get to
it.
know each other. So we know out there a struggle like swimming in the dark.
Right now, I will go there, find attraction, have sex, and move on. That's it.
Instagram date, text,
So let's share, like,
WhatsApp
comment,
date.
and I will see you on the next episode. Thank you for tuning in. This is Philip, your host. This is Relationship. Thank you, everybody. See you next time.